And we are live then, here for the 7-year anniversary of STB Racing League. I am your main commentator, AMS 23, joined today by my fellow AMS driver, Mr. Bourne Buckley. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm brilliant, obviously, our commentary back at it again with the commentary, co-commentator.
Yep.
And rain.
Oh, God. Oh, it's a tiny bit moist.
Just a tiny bit.
No, I am under extreme caution today. I'm not allowed to make any jokes about the Irish today, apparently. I got told off for that. So I'm gonna withstand not insulting Buckley for once, and instead I'm actually gonna commentate. So we guys should actually have fun. But since it's raining, I'm saying 2 cars are gonna finish quali.
I think drivers, I don't know, they might have expected this because rain in Spa is quite high chance, so maybe they've expected this, but I don't think they would have practiced for this type of condition.
It's full heavy rain as well, so
yeah.
Expect some intrigue. We're gonna watch Unity Darren. He's the first guy to attempt circuit. Okay, he survived Eau Rouge, so that's going to be the first concern for the drivers, surviving Eau Rouge. Has to be Maldi's now out there as well. Bullseye's come out, Rule 7 come out. A lot of them have come out, so
Bullseye on inters. So some people option for the inters. So that could be interesting.
Indeed. Cyanide, Eke, Toxic, Bullseye, Urban, and Rural are all the drivers to have attempted the intermediate tyres. Those guys, bit more gutsy than I am. Not gonna lie. But, probably what the case is that the tyres are exactly equal. Because Eke loses the back end at the top of the hill. That's not really going to be great for him. Radion and Eau Rouge could definitely be the demise of some drivers. Now, Unity Darren, he's the first guy, but I believe he's a debutant.
With a spinner of RDD Renard. Spins.
Is it at the top of the hill? Yep, it is.
That's top of the hill. I see a lot of that during qualifying.
Yep. There's gonna be just a couple of little spins.
Yeah.
Only 13 drivers, unfortunately, today. Some drivers are off. Mercury's not here, so we haven't actually got a host at the lobby. We also who was it last host in the end? It was Bullseye.
Yep.
Unity Darren then begins the first flying lap of the session. Now he put two drivers putting the ending up. How much grip will actually be on the surface? Darren going for the wets. The FX at the first Progress drivers backing up. Darren puts his ERS down to 0, going up to Eau Rouge. Smart decision. I think Paul might just be the person who takes Eau Rouge the bravest, to be honest.
Yeah, I do think Paul is going to be whoever can master the wet weather the best, who can get the best traction out of the corners.
Bullseye attacking Eau Rouge now as well. Bullseye did attack Eau Rouge. He spotted at the top of Eau Rouge.
Ooh, Bullseye.
And into the wall. Oh dear.
You're lucky not to lose a wheel there, Bullseye. He just lost a bit of front wing.
Championship leader.
Maldi also losing a bit of front wing as well. Maybe he's spun off as well.
7's gone off as well. We'll now see Cyanide attempting the hill. Can he? He loses as well. That's going to be even worse.
Another victim.
He's gone as well. Eke survives Eau Rouge though. We've had number 5, I think, already. Eau Rouge already took in this session.
Rouge taking the victims out of this quali session.
Chaotic start already. Unity Darren though looks like he's going to be the first driver to complete a flying lap. He will if he can keep out the barrier himself. Anyway, he was losing back end through there. I believe Matty seems to be quite happy that he isn't racing. Darren pretty calm through 130R. He's just put is lol. It's raining. Well, I mean, if it's raining that bad, don't scream and drop a follow. Darren then up to the line. It's a 1 minute 59.4. So a nice little jump stop around. Raw 7 is out. Somebody is already out of the session. Fusion now looks like he's beating a lap. 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the session. As the other main championship man, Toxic Fusion, will attempt a flying lap now.
See if Fusion can take Rouge properly.
Loses it at the bottom, but carries on through fairly smoothly. Maldi should be coming back into the pits by lots of things. Oh, and Joel has crashed in the pit lane. Well, not really what you want to be doing.
Okay, on inters.
Eke. Yeah, jumps at the top. That's not really surprising. I think Eke was the most smoothest guy on his lap. Cyanide pits as well. Like a lot. Basically, if you survived Eau Rouge, you're pretty much going to be actually on a lap. You're pretty much going to be able to set a time.
Of course, that lap Eke now indicates to the wet drivers, the full wet drivers, that the inters are now faster. Is now a faster tyre. So I think Eke has opened the window up for other drivers on full wets to go onto the inters.
Oh, John on the full wets gets a big slide going through Blanchemont. Did I say 130R earlier? If I did, I apologise. I'm tired. John then comes into the pits. He had a proper swapper on. Going through. Toxic, 25.8 in the middle sector, so that's reasonably good.
See what Confusion do.
Oh, he gets back out the throttle. Goes deep as well. Deep. That's not going to help him. Up and over the line. It's a 57 flat though.
Lap.
The thing is, if he's smart as well, he'll just keep running round. Because the rain has started to calm down a bit, so this guy has the smartest idea for him is just to keep running. Let the tyres do their own work.
Yeah, track evolution. Track evolution will be the biggest part coming at the end of qualifying. Will it be dry enough? Or dry even? Some drivers might want to switch on to drivers.
I think it would literally have stopped raining now. Eke jumps back to the top of the 56.7. Toxic Fusion just beginning a flying lap now. Some more drivers come back out on track. And Gary Nemine attempting a rouge. That was nice from him. Nothing really on the extreme, so I guess a bit twitchy though. Still some drivers have come back out on the wet tyres. Which surprises me. Toxic runs out into the curb. That might be his lap invalidated. Just having a look now through. Hungarian was very wide at the top of the hill. It's probably not going to help him. Only 4 drivers have set a flying lap so far. And I assume that's only because they're the ones who haven't died.
Yeah.
Running aboard now with Urban.
Fusion at the end of his lap as well.
You have like in the second sector, it's down at Puon. Seems to be nothing coming up on the moment. Wherever it is must be sorted by now. Fusion sets an invalidated 55.8. It's okay. I believe Hungarian was going around somewhere. He is. He's just come around Blanchemont now.
He's just starting his lap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jules lost it. Jule is into the barrier up at Radion. Has lost it up at Rouge. He's lost some front wings. Very lucky to not get a loss of a tyre there. Really hard impact with the wall.
Okay, improves to 55.4. Unicorn up to the line. Pulls out 54.997. This circuit is drying. Guys on the wets need to get onto the slicks.
Track evolution.
Sorry, everybody's on the inters. Everybody is now on the intermediate tyres. That is a positive step by them all. John's just making the run up Eau Rouge now. I think the only guy. I think John is the guy who's actually the most furthest on a flying lap. Comes through Lacombe now. Down into the corner before No Name. Corner that I've forgotten the name of. Here's No Name. Smooth third gear. They're trying to take as much curve as they can the outside in the dry, but maybe not in the wet. You will probably die. Who on? And there goes his lap. And they almost went a lot more. They're catching the back end there pretty well. Reynard begins a lap. Maudi, I think, might have just screwed up his lap again. Bullseye's just about to begin one. Hungarian, he's on a pretty good lap. 24.5 in the middle sector. That was faster than Urban's. Hungarian may jump to the top here.
It's very smooth.
Entering very, very smooth. Entering the final chicane now.
Good exit.
55 flat, 36 1,000ths of a second.
Wow. Great lap.
Well, that is close. John abandons his lap. Urban, whoa, okay. Urban, they're thrown down at 1 minute 53.9. Wow. He is liking these conditions.
Wow. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable pace. Urban.
Really enjoyed that one.
Oh, lad, I'm telling you. Bullseye down in P11. Championship leader. Leads response to Fusion. He goes up Eau Rouge. Sliding around, but kept it nice and clean. And the camera straight. Enters.
Last race course, I believe last time out in Germany, Fusion actually won. I think that was wasn't that pretty? If I remember correctly, it was one of them, right?
Yep. And Fusion was able to. He was able to reduce the championship gap as well. What was it? 5
championship points. Separating the Force India and the Williams driver into Puom now. We'll see if Bullseye takes that nearly enough perfectly.
Ooh. Sliding around the place.
Could have been a bit of a couple of quid accident there. Reynard jumps to P4 in front of Toxic. So right now, if it says it is, as Bullseye, I think it's a set of 23 in the middle sector. If so, that'll stick him straight up there with Urban. Coming through Blanchimont now, gets a bit twitchy, but he's okay, survives it. Through the final chicane. Up to the line, it's going to be a 54.3. Still the front row for Bullseye.
Lap.
It's a solid lap from Bullseye. It's nothing on the extreme side, but it's a solid lap.
Confusion do in response. Bullseye's lap. He up there.
Typhoon Killer's on a good one. Come down to the final chicane now. Rear was a bit locked up. And Cyanide is out. And I can probably assume that's Eau Rouge.
Already on board with Darren to see if there's any car parked, and I think it is a Rouge. It is! There's a Mercedes parked right at the end of the curb. He's lost it
Yep.
up a Rouge. Darren actually
As we
compromised his lap
thought.
there because of the Mercedes, so good job he was ghosting.
Sign, Toxic. Coming up Rouge now. His yellow flag's at the top of the hill. I don't know why that'd be. That'd probably be for Toxic 32.4 in the first sector. We see how that lines up to Urban's. Urban's done 31.3 in the first sector. So already Toxic's 1.1 seconds behind Urban at the moment. He's only going to start. To be fair, he will start third.
Typhon.
Maybe just this.
Happened to Typhon. Rouge. No. Yellow flags in sector 2. Oh, he's just retired himself. He's happy with P4 at the moment. Real lap from Typhon. Be up there. P4 at the minute. Sector 2 and Sector 3 yellow flags.
So he's possibly lost it for the Stavolos. We will see. Toxic going around Blanchimons now. Can he still stick himself up in the first few rows? He won from 7th in Germany. Comes up to the line now. It's a 54.6. It's third on the grid, just behind the championship rival Bullseye. And going in, is coming to begin a lap now. Reynard's just left the pits, but he's left the pits a bit too late. So he will not get a flying lap in. Unity Jewel just finishes one. John cross the line, goes P6, 1.3 seconds behind. Eke. Oh, Eke's out. What has happened to Eke? Has he retired on the pit lane?
I think he has. Yeah. Pretty sure he has.
Oh, John at the top, John at Rouge, and he holds it. Fantastic save there from John.
Aldi P8. P8. Oh, Aldi's lost it.
Oh my god.
He's into the wall. Aldi's lost the topper.
And Fusion is gone. I don't know what's happened to him.
Fusion right behind his championship rival.
Bullseye is going for one last flyer. So is Urban Unicorn. The track looks actually fairly dry now. Urban heading down to the chicane. He's currently on pole position, 31.4 in the first sector. Bullseye begins his flying lap now. Hungarian MI also on a flying lap. John is as well. Reynard will not be able to get a lap in. Jewel, he's on a lap. He's the most furthest out of everybody. We shall see what he sets. Runs a bit wide, takes a lot of the curbs. Very interesting camera angle here. Coming down. So it is all of that salva power. It's like flower power, but a bit more effective. Into the final chicane, the bus stop chicane. Unity Joel currently sits 12th on the grid. Will he move up? He doesn't. DRS enabled. Well, we said the track was drying. Is he getting any quicker though? Bullseye is 2/10 up in the first sector. Urban Unicorn coming down now. Oh, hello, yes, Hungarian. Switch Hungarian first. Does 31 in the first sector. Hungarian crosses the line. Does a 1:50. Goes into the front row. Urban Unicorn.
Can he go quicker?
Up line. Yes, he does. 1:53.2. What can Bullseye? Bullseye's only improving by a couple of tenths. This will still give him a front row start. Flying through into the bus stop now. He had his ERS on pretty much full. He's ran out of ERS actually, Bullseye. But he will get the benefit of having some DRS on the straight. Bullseye opens his DRS up over the line.
Ew.
It's it. Doesn't matter anyway. The lap was invalid. Or was it? I couldn't tell. No, it wasn't.
That's P2. P2.
Bullseye goes to second. And well, that was a very, very action-packed qualifying session there. You're great then for the 7-year anniversary of STB. I'm going to come and begin on pole. Bullseye alongside of him. The Hungarian man will begin third. Toxic Fusion fourth. Typhoon Killer, fantastic result to start P5. John MH 2002 will start 6th. Eke in 7th. STB Maldi. Great qualifying from the Ferrari driver up in P8. Unity Darren, it's okay from him as P9. AMS Cyanide in P10. P11, RDD Reynard. Good qualifying from him. Unity Joel in 12th. It's fine. Rule 7 didn't get sell out time because he spun it and crashed at Rouge. He'll begin the race from last. Over to you, Buckley. How was that qualifying from real perspective?
I think Auburn absolutely dominated that. 6/10 clear of Bullseye. Then again, dry race, I can see now. So, did Auburn put on a wet setup and it's going to be a dry race? That's my worry for him. And for other drivers as well that have put on wet setup, but not a dry setup. So
anybody who has a wet setup will get absolutely demolished up at Rouge. So don't be surprised if we have a 4 wide moment.
Yeah. You can't take away the fact that Urban put in a mega lap. He's 6/10 clear over our championship leader.
Urban could definitely be one of the biggest guys to win this race. And I don't think, has Urban won this year? I don't believe so.
I think he came really close a couple of times, but to my knowledge, I really can't remember. I do think he came really close.
We'll see if Urban can pick up a victory. Of course, the drivers will enjoy a very nice formation lap. Let's have a little nosy then at what tyres drivers are starting on, because this could be very, very important for the race ahead. So, it's just a whitewash of softs and mediums.
Yep. Stop.
So pretty
much 10, expected.
Yep. And top 10 will begin on the soft compounded tyres. Reynard, Joule on mediums, and Rule 7 on the soft. So, as expected, really, we will see what this leads to. Bullseye getting a bit out of space at the top of the hill. We will see then. You expecting anything major? I think most drivers, to be fair, might have put on wetter space setups. We'll see how our 2 championship guys get on. Bullseye in second, right behind him on the grid. Toxic, as in literally right behind him on the spacing of the circuit. Anyway, Hungarian Mai on the second row. Good qualifying from him. But as we talked about Urban's pole time, can he convert pole to victory? We will see. Typhoon Killer in P5. He'll be happy if he can maintain that position. John, podium sitter in calendar. Can he repeat that as well? Eke, P7. He looked like a strong contender for pole at one point. But he will start P7 on the grid. SV Maldi, can he spring an absolute shocker?
Brilliant result.
Or about another 10 billion penalties again. We will see for him. Unity Darren in 9th. We'll see how he can go. AMS Cyanide retired at the top of the hill. What can he pull out? Maybe even some good result for him would be nice. RDD Reynard, P11. And Unity Jordan 12th. Those guys are the 2 starting on the medium compounded tyres. They could be running long into this race, going into a set of softs, maybe even supers at the end of the race. And Rule 7. Begins last on the grid. He didn't have the greatest race last time out. But we will see. As Urban now enters the final couple of corners. Same with Bullseye, Hungarian. They're all coming in now. We've got a bit of a... We have Typhoon and John inside of each other. That's fine. In fact, Toxin's inside of him as well. That's just...
The PG.
Kids look away.
Right. One. Lights.
We are getting ready then. We are all On the grid. Ready and waiting. We have 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red beautiful lights. And lights out. And away we go in Belgium. Good start from Urban. He's coming off any Hungarian down the inside of Bullseye. They get fairly close. By the back of the pack, it's okay. Cyanide's gained position. Typhon Killer's lost 2 off the start. But now comes to the more important phase. Who will Bullseye be able to slipstream Urban up top of Eau Rouge? We know the slipstream is really powerful at this circuit.
Confusion and Hungarian. Gonna go side by side.
Hungarian gives Fusion a little shove. Will that give John a little look? Eke's got into 6th. Typhoon's been dropped to 7th. Now 8th. There's that Cyanide. Darren is already out of the race. That's not going to be great for him. Shame for Darren. But the top 4 have stayed in the exact same positions. But I tell you what, Bullseye looks racy.
Look at John on the back of Fusion. Don't see this every day. Fusion obviously is struggling.
John has got the hammer down.
Locking up, going wide. Can John utilize that? In the slipstream.
He might be able to, you know.
Overtake. He might just have to lift off. He pushed.
He gave him a push! Fusion. He gave him more than a push! Oh, that was a very aggressive move.
P6.
Now Fusion down the inside of Eke. Eke goes deep and holds the position. That might be looked at by the stewards after the race because that was a very aggressive move by John.
Yeah. Did think he needed to back off out of that one. You know, he tapped the back of Fusion that upset him going into the fast left-hander, and then he went wide. So that's definitely going to have to look after the stewards.
Bullseye is right on the back of Urban. Bullseye might already be trying to make the movement lead. Right on board with the Force India driver. He gets right up the gearbox. Goes to the outside.
By side.
They can hold it in. No. Urban maintains the position.
So
the bit wide as well for good measure. Hungarian, he can hold on. Should be able to have a look at this. But Bullseye, he knows he's got a fantastic opportunity. Toxic's already got back past Eke. He knows, Bullseye, that he's got a fantastic opportunity here to extend his championship lead if he wins. Which, for him anyway, would be absolutely necessary. Fusion now knows as well he's got to get past both these 2 Renaults just to try and get around the problem that he currently has of his championship rival. He is right on the back of the race leader. The thing is as well that Bullseye is not really dropping Hungarian or John. Well, Hungarian's kind of dropping his teammate. But we'll have DRS at the end of this lap, so we'll see if with DRS Bullseye can make the move. Bullseye has a look inside. It's right to the back of him. Indeed, I think Fusion's going to have John in a second. But Bullseye is right on the back of Urban instead of Eau Rouge. Bit him on the steer from Bullseye. Hungarian takes pretty much exactly how he wants it. Hungarian's pretty much full out of DRS, but he has it. Here comes Bullseye with DRS, climbing the speed to the outside. Again, though, Urban places his car exactly where he needs to.
Great defensive work from Urban.
Oh, now down into Ravage. Gossett couldn't quite get back past John. And now John's back within DRS of his teammate, who is within DRS of the 2 race leaders.
The 2 Renaults have made a fantastic start. Between 3 and 4. Great start from the 2 Renaults.
Indeed, Hungarian maintaining his position. John gaining 2 at the expense of Fusion and Typhoon Killer, I think it was. Might have been Might have been Eke, I'm not 100% sure.
World 7 going around the outside of Unity Duel. Side
All
by
the back
side.
wheels!
Oh!
I think Raw picked up wing damage.
Well, 7 with an ambitious move around the outside. Didn't work though.
Saw something fly off, possibly a wing. But Hungarian is there on Bullseye. Bullseye is only just there on Urban, so if you're Hungarian right now, are you just hoping these two hit each other?
I do think Hungarian is just trying to play the long game here. It's just trying to let Bullseye and Orban wear out their tires and let them, use their fuel and ERS and stuff like that. And I think Hungarian will come back into it later in the race.
I don't think Urban's going to be close enough. Sorry, I don't think Bullseye's going to be close enough this lap to make a move. He's got a chance, he might be, but I don't think so. Yellow flag in the first sector. Cyanide
Legs
is out.
Cyanide.
It's Toxic. Goes to the inside of John. Down into the comp. Toxic gets back up into fourth place. Now Toxic can start work on getting back up to the back of Hungarian and starting work at trying to clear the Renault of his championship rival Bullseye and Urban for the race win. A Bullseye! Bullseye spun it! Bullseye spun
Bullseye!
it!
He's got front wing damage, I think he does. Oh, Bullseye.
He hasn't, but he's got the car stuck. He's got the car stuck. Bullseye is out of this race because he has the car stuck.
Wow.
On the inside curve,
Beach on the grass, yeah.
Yeah.
He can't get
get out of it. Oh, he's
back.
He's reset himself to circuit. But that
Bullseye
is heartbreaking for the Force India driver. He is gonna be miffed about that virtual safety car. And Rural 7 is out now.
Rural 7.
This will put
Fusion
as championship leader. But I don't think Hungarian's had a very good virtual safety car because he's lost a lot of time. And now Fusion is in a Renault sandwich. Unity joggers to 5-6 stop and go for exceeded track limits. I don't know what happened there. Maldi's coming to the pits. Now, Fusion is shaping up a move here.
I think Fusion will breeze past them in the straight.
But will John breeze past the both of them? John, they're going to go 3 wide, are they? Yeah, look at John.
3 wide!
John's in the middle of both of them. 3 wide!
He backs out.
John might have this, He's just... Oh! John has just done them both! Fantastic move by John MH 2002.
Wow.
Toxic
deja vu back to Germany going 3 wide.
Yeah. Hungarian maintains second place. John, though, 3 wide move, and he's got back. He's in front of Toxic again. These two have been battling for most of the race so far. Also, that battle's definitely going to continue. In fact, I think it might continue literally down at the next corner. Toxic has a look, but not quite. He's actually understeered a bit wide, going a bit more tight to the apex, actually, to be fair. Eke right there in case any of these guys come together. This is going to be an absolute slipstream train. I think I'm starting to lose my voice already.
Urban has just bolted away due to Bullseye's little incident. Urban's in the race of his own right now. Just trying to build a gap to Hungarian.
All Bullseye can hope for is a safety car now. He's so far back, and Maldi's spun it.
Sector 2, Maldi.
Yeah. Maldi. Well, if it keeps going, at least it's confirmed points.
I don't know what.
Now,
he's onto the super softs. I don't know why. A weird strategy from Maldi.
Now, interestingly, Eke is all over the back of Fusion here and could very well take the position of Fusion. Bearing in mind, of course, the least points Fusion scores, the least his championship lead will be a Bullseye. But Spherica had a pretty slow run up over Rouge. In fact, this Fusion's going to have a go at John here. Possibly, not quite.
One actually has some really good speed down the straight. I think John is running a really low downforce setup. compared to the rest of these rifles.
Very accessible. It does seem to be very, very volatile on the straight.
Fusion, right at the back of John.
I'm going to say this now. Do not count Fusion out for this race.
Never count Fusion out.
So I'd finally leave the session he was in for a while. After he'd crashed, maybe just trying to maybe reflecting.
Fusion go for the move down to chicane. Goes for it.
He does. Goes to the outside.
Around the outside.
Gets switched back to the inside. Good move. And John bails for the pit lane. I think that was maybe even smart because that's going to give Eke slipstream on Fusion.
He's going to have the DRS now. Going down. Him straight.
He is indeed. Okay, does not have the speed up the hill to be able to keep with Fusion.
He's lost a lot of speed. Eke running a very high downforce setup from the rain. Not really thinking about the race compared to Fusion.
I don't think so now. I think what's happened with Eke is he keeps lifting up at the top of Eau Rouge. I think his ballast is too high.
Maybe, yeah.
Hungarian runs a bit wide. He almost spun there. A note on John. He's come up behind Unity Duel, 2.9 seconds, but crucially, he's in front of Bullseye. And to be fair, Bullseye is not out of this one yet. Well, we'll probably know he hasn't stopped yet. Nobody else around him has. But one safety car, Bullseye could still very well. Again,
do you think John pitted really early considering he was on fresh softs? I think the pit window was like lap 9. I was on like I was racing. That was like on quali worn softs. So I think he should have been able to take them to lap 10, 12 even. That's a really early stop from John. He's gonna have really worn mediums at the end. He wants mega undercut on Fusion and Hungarian.
Possibly. Or his tyres were just genuinely gone off.
Yeah. And back of John as well. Yeah. As you said, Eke just lifting off out of Rouge. I do think, as you said, he's running high ballast. Maybe doesn't want to go full force into Rouge. At the risk of losing.
In case he does what happened to Cyanide.
Yep.
Interesting enough, John is on the back of Joel, over 8th place. Which, bearing in mind that Joel hasn't stopped yet. But note the Force India in the background. Because if Bullseye gets by these guys, Joel and Reynard, that's already a pretty big win for him. Because Joel and Reynard are going along into this race.
I do think Joel and Reynard, if they really want to, they can really stretch this medium stint and really upset the front runners by overtaking them in the pit stops and holding them up. Because they're going to be going long. That's longer than the soft runners.
Exactly what's happening with Joel right now and John.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now.
John is right there. Right behind. Mike lands Blanchemont to face. He's got so much more speed than Joel. Danny's heading to Blanchemont.
Ooh.
Runs Joel out of it. Joel might not have that. Joel plays it smart. He knows he's in battling him.
Yeah. You were just thinking of his own race right now.
Indeed, Bullseye comes into the pits, so obviously we know about Bullseye getting beat. Surprised didn't come in earlier, but
Yeah.
so is Bullseye in? Okay, still there on Fusion, but not quite there enough. Joel cuts the beginning of Eau Rouge. That's the penalty for him. But will Joel have a go back at John here? He is gaining quite rapidly, actually. Joel doesn't bother risking it, though.
Backs off it again.
Yep.
Closest fight right now, I think, is Fusion and Eke, but I don't think Eke has the speed down to come straight due to him lifting off at Barouge, so I think Fusion can keep this position. No.
So good news for Bullseye is he's come out in P9 still, so it's not really too much of a problem for him. The fact that, you know, he's still in 9th place. So 9th place right now to give him 2 points. Obviously, you'd lose championship lead to Fusion by 8 at the moment, which, don't get me wrong, is still a big loss in the championship, but it's not as bad as he probably first thought. As both Toxic and Eke come into the pits, this is a crucial stage. Hungarians in as well, same as Urban. Everybody's into the pits.
Top 4. If I'm going long.
We shall see. Urban is done and sorted. Typhoon Killer stays out on all up. Will Reynard be in front of these guys? I think he will be. Oh, there is Reynard. There is Urban. Reynard is in front of Urban. Where is John? John is behind. He's behind them all. John got held up so much behind Joel that he's lost out.
Look at Urban. Urban goes down the inside, and I think Reynard's just not going to fight that. He just backs off. He's thinking of his own race.
Yeah, Reynard plays it safe.
He just realised there's no point in fighting the front guys when a risk of contact and losing his own race. That's a smart move from Reynard.
Playing it safe, how did he Reynard? Solid from him. It's amazing playing it safe with Hungarian, because he now knows that Fusion behind him could very well begin to pick him off. Fairly surely. Also, Eke just behind him. Eke has got a John problem now. John, we've seen, has been very aggressive with his overtaking so far this race. Just wondering whether John will have to stop again. Even though he is on the mediums, if his tyres are degrading as much as they were on the softs, which could have been the issue, we don't actually know. If degrading was the issue, then how do we know he's not going to one stop? I don't know he's still going to one stop.
I do think John is going to pit at the end, put on a fresh set of supers. Bolt at the end. I don't think his mediums can last. He's already got 3 laps on mediums. So.
Besides the 3 laps longer, Typhoon stays out again. It's still staying pretty consistent lap times, Typhoon. So for him, I think he's just going to try and run out a bit longer, try and maybe hold up leaders himself. Reynard has got 3.4 seconds over Hungarian. John is pretty close to Eke. And if Eke's still having to lift up going to Peau Rouge, John might be able to pick him off here. Actually, falling at DRS, so.
Eke still lifts off Peau Rouge, even on fresh mediums. See, that's the ballast problem that he's running in his setup.
Might have noticed that during qualifying. Could have even been the reason why he crashed.
Maybe.
Toxic a second behind Hungarian.
Action just start to die down now as the drivers just starting to
space out a bit.
Shout, yep. Urban just looking to build a gap to Arian. He
Yeah. So they got Reynard in
not really
between them.
troubled.
Typhoon comes into the pits from the race lead. He'll probably go on to a set of mediums now to the end. Solid stim from him. Yeah, it's like in the last sector. Oh, bullseye! Bullseye has fallen off the circuit. What has happened to him? Everything that could go wrong for Bullseye at the moment is going wrong. This race
Oh dear.
is not his friend.
Two Saubers are going to go side by side.
Fusion! Fusion is out!
Fusion!
The championship leader!
Up
out.
a Radion!
No championship leader.
He's lost
The man
it.
who was set to take the championship lead is out at the top of Rallion. This Typhoon Killer makes the move of his teammate. This race has been massive for the championship. We all thought that it was going to be a whitewash as soon as Bullseye got stuck. But no.
Absolute scenes.
The main man. Oh, that is massive.
Wow. That is absolute. Wow.
That is what is known as a headline grabber. That is
Blow up
That's-
to Fusion Championship.
yeah. That is
Then again,
Fusion's title.
Bullseye. Then again, Bullseye is only down in P8, so Bullseye will only be gaining a couple of points if this stays like this.
The gap will be up to 4 points. With 4 points, so it'll go to a 9-point lead. At that point, I think Bullseye. I know Urban's going to gain a lot in the championship. I believe Urban actually sits in 3rd.
Yep,
Not
he
that
does,
many points
96
behind.
points.
Another yellow flag. Don't really know what's happened there. As Unity Joel comes into the pits. Reynard has been done by Hungarian. But yeah, in the drivers, see Urban's going to pick up 25 points. He's going to move on to 121. If my maths is right, it's about 121 points. He's not going to be far away, is he?
Be 24
Bullseye-
odd points behind him, I think.
Some like that. Bullseye be on 154. Fusion will stay on 144. Urban will move on to 121. He'll be 23 points behind.
Yep.
So Urban, this race could very, very easily be bringing him back into championship contention.
Look at this Malde P9, a step up from Germany. Fantastic drive. 2 points gained so far.
Oh, STB Maldi.
Bullseye almost happened the ball. Okay, gaining to Reynard. The Reynard on.
Indeed, this should
DMs.
be a nice and simple move. Reynard, I believe, is probably just going to go to the ultra fast pits this lap. Reynard in. This should be soft to the end for RDD Reynard. But good stint for him. It looks like he's probably going to come out in around P6. So a solid result for him. Currently sitting in 19th in the standings on 2 points. Had a lot of DRS, but he has turned up at nearly every single race. There's a yellow flag in the second sector.
Oh, it's
It's
Malde.
Maldi!
Wing. He's just not
Who am I
having the
believe
best
that was?
races, is he?
Nah, but
28
I think he's having
seconds
fun.
I think he knows that this is 2 points. No point of him firing.
I mean, he's still doing better than you in your own car.
Okay. Wow. That's wow. It's been absolutely shot through the heart. Anyway.
I said I wouldn't insult Bullseye. I said I wouldn't insult the Irish. I didn't say I wouldn't insult you. Anyway.
not much action going on. Is there?
Yeah. Let's insult Botty.
Just insult me.
Apologies about that. My thing decided it wanted to die. Somebody posted in the chat, in my chat, saying, "Yo Ben, that was it when you said you were doing comedy full time, lol." Don't know what that means, but hi, I guess. If you could explain what you've just said, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Maybe put it not in gibberish.
K's gained 4 positions after starting P7. He's in a pretty good race. So is Reynard as well. He's gained 5 positions. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's been very strong this race for some people, but for others, well, Rouge tasted very nice, didn't it? Reynard pits himself for penalty. Actually, it's a good idea. Let's have a little nosy at penalties. As Maldi pulls out of the way. So Urban has only got 1 warning. Hungarian has got a penalty. Eke has a penalty. John has a penalty. Typhoon has 2 penalties. Reynard has a penalty. Bullseye has 2 warnings. Jewel has 2 penalties. It's pretty much as you'd expect. So as you expect, really, here. Not really much more to say, to be honest. This race is kind of, I won't say falling apart, but there isn't really much going off at the moment. So it's been a good race so far. On lap 15 out of 22. Not really much else happening going off right now. Currently, the closest 2 drivers are Eke and Hungarian. Even then, they're separated by 2.2 seconds. So, as I said, not really much going off. Just kind of relaxing at the moment, really.
I think drivers now are just trying to finish off the race. Trying to keep it consistent, put in consistent lap times, and just bring the car home. And the points home. Because everyone in this race now is guaranteed points, so everyone's just trying to bring it home.
Indeed, I think the drivers just like, it's points, just get them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Tell you what I don't mind seeing though. A sudden mash of extreme hail. I think a hailstorm would work brilliantly right now. Go on, Spa. We know you got it in you.
Please. Bullseye.
Bullseye picks himself with another penalty. He is chasing down Reynard at the moment. Gap is 7.1 second. Bullseye. So look, actually see how's it going between that battle. Bullseye last couple of laps doing 46 as Reynard come out of the pits just on the 45.8. So Bullseye looked like he was supposed to. Don't even care. I suppose, to be fair, he needs to be trying to catch Reynard. Extra points will extend the championship lead and move to an 13-point championship lead. Of course, if he does get through. But it's been a solid race so far. This race kind of, though, as we said, seriously, it's just kind of calmed down a bit. Everybody just wants the points and doesn't really care about anything else, really.
I don't know what was the gap to Reynard. I think it's kind of.
I think its order isn't really going to move around now. I think let's say its order's probably just quite stale now. It's a shame, but this thing's racing, unfortunately. It gets to a stage where everything just gets really calm.
Yep.
And by the sounds of things, you're paying more attention to your phone than your actual race. Are you on your phone?
I'm just, looking at my window right now, looking at my two dogs.
I'm looking at my cat
clowns.
lick its butt.
Yeah. Two dogs are actually like clowns outside, but anyway, enough of the dogs. More of the...
I think my cat licking
race.
its arse right now is more entertaining than this race now.
Okay. That's too much information. Okay. Bob has brought the gap down to 2 seconds. Him and
It's always been 2
Hungarian.
seconds. It's going to be very hard to get action at the moment. So,
Right, so Eke then keeping the gap at 2 seconds.
yeah. John 9 seconds behind. SB Maldi, what the hell?
Maldi!
Maldi!
Let's go, fastest lap. Let's go.
STB Maldi with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Fastest lap. That's
Now let's-
driver of the day right there.
Yeah, 100%. Boss himself, driver of the day. Will he crash going to Eau Rouge now? Surprisingly enough, no. It's Maldi, I'm surprised.
Oh, amazing. Okay, he's bringing the gap down by... He's brought the gap down by 3/10 or the last lap.
Oh
He's
my
starting
god.
to push right now. He
Eke
wants
might be
this P2.
trying to bring some entertainment, or he doesn't want Maldi to get fastest lap.
I don't think... I'm pretty sure Eke... See how many penalties he have. He's... Few penalties.
Yeah, I think Hungarian's only got one.
Hungarian has...
Oh well.
Yeah, he's only got one.
Okay, don't care about that. Push as hard as you can. We want to race. You got 9 seconds. Who cares?
We just want to entertainment battle, please.
Blizz. Blizz. I think Maldi's tyres have already gone off because Eke's pulling away from him. RIP Maldi. RIP Maldi's little charge.
I find Killer having, a quiet race, but actually a really consistent race. A P5, considering I think, did he crash at Germany? Pretty sure he crashed and retired at Germany, didn't
He started on pole, but then
he? Yeah,
his race just
Yeah.
went downhill like
Yeah.
mad though.
Yeah. He finished at the bottom, but
Mm.
really, job from Typhoon, as you call him.
Typhoon, yeah. Typhoon! Eke getting loose at Eau Rouge.
Debatable, but
Maldi picks up another
Maldi.
penalty. No surprise there.
yeah.
For Maldi, it's the penalty Grand Prix.
I think Eke just lost it at Rouge and it's back up to 2 seconds now.
Yeah, he had a gentle slide up the Eau Rouge.
Yeah.
Bullseye has got the gap down
Into
to
Jew
6
into the
seconds.
pits. If he wants to challenge Maldi's fastest lap.
Oh my god. Well, he's got 59 seconds to Maldi behind. So unless his car explodes or something like that, I do not think Maldi's going to catch him. So for Joel, it's
Obviously.
I'm not going to catch Bullseye. Sod it. Have a fast lap attempt. Just don't stick in the barrier.
There's no point for fastest lap this season, but next game, obviously that will actually come into a really big factor. I think. People
Indeed,
in
championship
top
could be
tier will be looking for
won.
that extra point.
Championship could be won for fast
21
lap
points. 21 points over the course of the season. That one
Indeed.
fast lap could be crucial.
Zurban does
Unicorn.
take the fastest lap away from
He wants
Maldi.
that fastest lap.
Entertainment! Yeah,
10
and we have
laps, all mediums.
yeah.
How?
Defo just tyre saving the entire race.
See if he can spoil the day for Orban, if he can spoil the day for Orban from getting the treble pole position, fast lap and the win.
I don't think Maldi will like that. In fact, has Urban... No, he hasn't. That says Urban led every single lap. No, he hasn't. He's led every single lap that he's
basically, though.
Yeah, he's pretty much led every single lap. So nearly a Grand Slam for Urban. But he has been fantastic. He probably is the driver at day because name something he's done wrong.
I totally agree with you. I think he's our driver of the day for this evening. You know, excuse my voice. He put in an absolute fantastic lap in qualifying, over 0.6 of a second quicker than Bullseye, and then that really set him up over the race, off the course of the race, and you know he just kept it there.
Of course,
race.
We won't be able to actually interview Urban because I don't believe he has a mic. So
I don't think so.
We'll have Hungarian
has either.
That's gonna be fun. We might just pull in a couple of extras. Yeah. We'll invite everybody. We'll invite the top 3, and then we'll pull in a couple of extras if necessary.
Yep.
But
like Typhon maybe or Bullseye.
I was thinking Bullseye and Maldi.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Bullseye will give him a couple of questions about the championship and Maldi as well.
Yeah, we can ask Maldi how many penalties he got this week. Because by those things, he's had quite a few, but that's just STB Maldi.
Unity Jewel get the fastest lap. It's flying lap now.
Oh yes, I just remembered. Will he get the fastest lap or will he bottle it? Da 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 da.
Pick music cued.
I would play the actual thing, but copyright will have my head, and I kind of like my channel.
1.7 seconds up in his lap.
Do 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 do.
Oh, Eke. He's brought the gap down to 1.1 seconds.
Yeah,
Eke's give us some action on the final lap.
So Urban,
please,
45.1 to beat. For Unity Joel, he goes round the final chicane. He's ran out of ERS. Up and over the line. 44.7. Joel has taken the fastest lap off.
Look at that. He immediately switched to Urban, and he immediately put his ears down to 0, and he's gonna go for it on the final lap for this.
Urban,
fastest lap.
Be a pillock.
He's gonna go for it, man. I'm telling you. The very minute he saw that fast lap, he immediately turned it down. He's gone into hot lap mode now.
It's your funeral, Urban.
Eke in the DRS though.
Well, hello. We have some we have some action. Hungarian Might and Eke, don't know. Will we actually have an battle on Atten Grand Prix? And overtake May and Kerr.
Flash through a Rouge. It's gonna lift off.
No, he lifts off. He lifted off. That's probably not going to help him. 7/10. He actually maintains the gap.
6/10 though.
I don't think he's got enough. He hasn't got enough ERS ready to gain, has he? Fair, neither is Urban. Hungarian. He's going to have to save up every single minuscule amount of ERS he can. Urban will check his sector time, see if he can improve on his personal best. Hungarian with a big lock up. I think he's safe from Eke.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Urban runs a bit wide, but it's no problem for him. Yeah,
back to 1
and 2. It's just Maldi getting out of Reynard's way. What can Urban
goes on to the final sector to finish off his brilliant race.
Urban's 8 turns down, so fast lap likely to go to Unity Jewel. It's been an absolute stellar performance from Urban Unicorn. He's going to pick up his first victory, might be his second victory of the season. We're not 100% sure. Here in the wonderful forest in Belgium. Rounding into the final chicane now. Urban Unicorn 406 comes across the line to win the Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic result for him. Hungarian MI will be P2. Eke in P3. Fantastic drive from him. John, brilliant P4 for him. Last time he was this high up, I believe, was his podium in Canada. He crossed the line, secures himself a fantastic P4. Typhon Killer P5. Reynard will cross line P6. Might even jump Typhoon because penalties he does. Reynard, in fact, finishes P5 because of penalties. The championship leader Bullseye, he's gaining 6 points. The gap championship 11 points, but oh boy, it could have been so much more. It balls out at spawning. Unity Joel, he's up on his flying lap at the moment. Can he improve his fastest lap? He already has it. Pretty much confirmed. Can he improve and say, look, I could be here at some point. I mean, it's all fresh supers. But very, very strong race here. Very, very good race as well, for that matter.
And he just backs off.
He backs off. Possibly because he's just really low on fuel.
Just want some camera time.
Possibly. Comes up, another line. There you go then. A fantastic race. From a bunch of fantastic drivers. What a race. I had that lull in the end, but the last few laps, the fastest lap battle, kept us going at the end. And we will now have the podium. So he's been lifting up his trophy. Congratulations to him and the McLaren team. The McLaren, Renault and Haas on the podium. Well,
I've invited the top 3.
Gucci. All about them myself in a second. Eke is already
I think
here.
the top 2 has a mic though. Is here.
If they do not have a mic, which I'm not 100% sure if they do.
Your mic, Hungarian.
Lads, if you do not have a mic, send me a message, like a mini synopsis of the race, and I will then just read it out for the lads, for the guys watching the stream. If you, well, that's obviously you don't have a mic, but if you do, then we'll just ask you questions as normal. I think the only person actually in here who does have a mic is Eke, which be funny if that is the case. I'm not sure about you, Hungarian. But so then we have the top 3 in the party then. Fortunately, our top 2 do not have microphones, so it will just be Eke who gets a formal interview. Good. Okay, we have somebody else in. That's quite useful. I'll tell you what, there is probably somebody else that got him right. So we have 3 people. I will try and invite Bullseye into the party just so we have 3 people who will make sure to speak. Yep, that's no problem, Hungarian. Just send me a message with just like a mini synopsis of the race. That's all I'm asking for. I'm gonna send Bullseye an invite so we get other people in who have microphones. But okay, I guess we'll go to you then, since as we know the other 2 don't have microphones. A good result from you, a solid P3. How was that then?
Well, the race was quite boring again, not much action. Yeah, Eau Rouge was scary the whole race. I never really had any confidence going in there, so got a fair few penalties from that as well.
Yeah, as we kind of caught on the stream, was it a too high ballast problem?
Yeah, I decided to go with 9 ballast, which wasn't the greatest idea.
Yeah, just from hearing, that's probably not the greatest idea. Overall, is there any sort of major exciting moments? I mean, you seem to be with Hungarian most of the race, and Toxic as well.
Well, yeah, Toxic crashing out, then Bullseye getting, let's just say, screwed by the game, kind of allowed me to get the P3, and then it was just catching Hungarian, which seems to be the case of every race that I have, like being close to Hungarian.
Well, at least it's a solid result. It's always nice when you get a podium. So congratulations to you. We'll move on to Bullseye. So You caught it on stream. You're getting stuck. That was. Do you think that could be a major turning point in the championship? Because we think we do. We think it could be.
Could be, but Toxic. I don't know what points Urban is on, and Toxic crashed out, so I have no idea.
Toxic is now should be 13 behind you. So I know you extended your lead by 8, but Urban is now within a race win of you both, if my maths are right. So the championship, as I said, could be definitely taking a turnaround. But explain what happened when you got stuck. Like explain what led up to it.
Well, me and Urban were close, so it was like Hungarian behind, and I turned in for the corner and clipped. It's a high curb on the left that you never want to touch, but I touched it. I was sliding sideways, and then randomly when sliding sideways I went inwards, and then I got beached on the curb and I couldn't move, and I was holding down the throttle, and that gave me extra wheel spin even though I wasn't moving, so I got an extra 20%, or 15 to 20% extra tyre wear on the rear tyre, so I had to pit early, and then I just ruined my race.
Yeah. Well, commiserations to you. At least you still maintain championship lead. Obviously, massive shame for Toxic crashing out. That's going to be a major development in the championship as well. But at least you scored points to extend your championship lead, so congratulations to you, even though it wasn't really the result you were looking for. Maldi, are you alive?
I'm here.
So you managed to get less penalties than you did in Germany, so congratulations to you on that. But,
Thank you. Really shout out.
It's still not really the result you were looking for.
No, I am making very slow progress, and I'm very proud of the team at Maranello for bringing me the car here in Belgium. But all jokes aside, I just want to say that the auto spin curbs, the screen freezes, and drivers hitting me off on that one did not help my chances of getting a decent result. So that's all I'm saying. I reckon that that's a bit bad, but yeah. But I am getting used now to the ERS. I didn't lose the battery this race, so I am making slow progress to back up the top. So yeah, I am hoping for a P8 in Italy.
Well, you heard it here first. If Maldi gets the top 8, then who knows what could happen. He may have an offer underneath his door when he wakes up on the Tuesday afterwards. I've had a message through from Hungarian. I'm not sure if Urban's going to send his. He might have sent it into the party chat. I'm not really been paying attention to that. But Hungarian, man who finished P2 of this race, just puts me in a very kind message here. My quite lap wasn't the best, and in the last laps I nearly lost it, but I'm happy with the result. That's fair enough, Hungarian. You were strong in that race. Congratulations on your P2. Got battling all around and a very strong performance. I don't think I'm going to get anything from Urban. I might do. I'll hold that for a couple of minutes to see if Mr. Buckley has got any questions.
Obviously, just great driving from Urban, our driver of the day today. Absolute outstanding performance in qualifying, over 6/10 over bullseye, and really controlled the race. So congrats to him, and yeah, just congrats to P2 and P3 as well. Really good drive from Eke as well. Kept us really just consistent, and Garen as well. Congrats. So yeah, that's all from me.
It was a very good race. Apart from the little lull in the middle. Unfortunately, that is all we got time for today. I'm not sure other than Durban. I can't really fill much more time, but mainly because I've got to go soon. So that has been it then from me and Buckley here today. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I'll have to get a message from Urban within the next couple of seconds. That has been the race here at Belgium. It's been an absolute cracker. As always, 7-year anniversary of STB it lived up to expectation, really. A bit of a lull in the middle, but overall, fantastic race. Brilliant driving from everybody. And we will see you all in Monza? Yes.
Monza, yes. We'll see you next week.
Indeed. Muddy, yeah, you're gonna be racing next week, aren't you? So it is still with me in Buckley.
Well, we will see. But I just want to say quickly, thank you to all participants that have took part in the STB Racing League for the last 5 years since it started on the 5th of May 2014. I may be back in the combox next week. I may be racing, but we will see you next week at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza in Italy.